weigh-ins are Friday. Well, last year was 5, but this time he had a guy in the meeting. So I guess it's just like depends on how fast it runs. But usually the young women's girls.
And they turn with double play. And they turn with double play. Oh, the short. And they turn with double play.
Yeah, no Sunday.
I'm sure I double play there. Okay.
So yeah, early Wednesday, on the way home,
I'm gonna go. Yeah, you're good. Just watch your language.
2:30 to 11.
Can I make an announcement? We got guys to control the rest of here.
So I guess, like, the past
Nice time window there.
the past couple times, because with that
You got a goofy up here. Whatever that is.
so the
All right.
I kill him because of being
doors open for the finals at 4:15, so they must close and reopen, 3 to chance 5, final 6. So we should be done Saturday at 6 p.m. Or, well, final
It's not toss those balls, please.
Rylan, your aim is
Hey guys, the balls are only used for the spike ball. That's it. That's it. Okay, Ray? Only for the spike ball. That is it. That's it. Period. That's it. And if you guys can't handle that, we'll put them away and they won't be there at all.
I know, that's what we're sitting over here like. That
What's up, man? Nothing much. Good, how are you? Good. Good to see you. Merry Christmas. Oh, it's been new, man. Working, school, just school. About it. Sucks.
Still taking all the nursing classes?
Yeah, it's hard. Last semester was really rough. Yeah.
You got through it though, right? Passed everything.
Yeah. It came down to finals if I was gonna. Yeah. But I ended up doing really well in finals. I got A's on all the finals. So. Junior year. No, I have one extra semester because when I had surgery, I couldn't.
So you can maybe just do that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. We start next semester. We do OB and med surge. So OB is gonna be fun. It's like pregnant women.
Oh, so you got it. That's part of it.
Oh yeah, you gotta do it all. You go elderly, you go everything. Yeah, that's good. They said it's rough for the guys. Yeah, we just say OB. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you about. Those are all small.
XL. Yeah, them in the bag.
Yeah, I would love to try. I ordered a large for me. I usually medium. I don't mind the skin tight.
Compression.
Dude, it's beyond.
Especially when you have a little bit of belly.
Yeah.
There we go.
You call him fat, man. The other thing is,
I think I just got like an instant message. I didn't even read it yet. I just saw it. Never mind.
I just wanted to throw one on so I knew what size you was. If you don't mind, I'd rather do it now so I don't get them all.
I couldn't find any larger than medium.
I knew it was something like that. Like your legs. You always snitch on people for cursing. You just curse right now. Hell's not that word. Yes, it is. It's against religion. You gotta get 6. Don't try it.
Wear beanies in it. If it's cold out.
Now I got 2. Huh? Well, no, I got 2 beanies. I got one last year from Nationals. Oh God. Okay. Okay.
Just massaging your back, dude.
You can stop anytime.
No, it's okay. I'm trying to help. I swear it's okay.
Yeah, I went to Mount St. Joe early in practice with Trotman and Antonio.
Oh, did you? Nice. All right, guys, hey, put the spike ball away. And bring
Oh,
it
you're
in,
loose now.
Carson.
I know it.
Make sure all the balls are back in the bag. Make sure all the balls are back in the bag. Bring it in, bring it in.
Did you? Sure. Yeah, it does. I guess you see all the new cameras. Yeah, I saw that.
Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. All right. Guys, got some special guests here with me. Since it's around Christmas time, these guys are home from college. This gentleman over here, his name is Jake Ruberg, Coach Ruberg. Jake trained under me for many, many years, all throughout high school, and was an awesome wrestler in high school, state placer, placed at many national tournaments, lifelong wrestler, wrestled since he was 5 years old. And the coolest thing is he's going to college right now at University of Indianapolis, I think for pretty much free, okay, on a college wrestling scholarship, which is pretty awesome, okay. So he's top notch. Over here, we got Big Al, as I call him. Big Al also trained with me all through high school. Another very decorated wrestler, two-time state placer in high school for elder high school at the heavyweight division. And now he's a varsity starter at Lourdes University, right? Lourdes University, which is up in Cleveland. He's also a scholarship athlete, so both of these guys scholarship athletes. Okay, going to awesome colleges for almost free because of wrestling, being good kids, and having good grades. Honestly, that's pretty much, if you come here to Spatola Wrestling, yeah, we want state titles and all that stuff, but ultimately, if you'd like to go to college one day and set yourself up for the rest of your career, you know, he's going to school for nursing, and so he's setting himself up. Okay, that's from wrestling. Okay, but anyhow, you know, getting back to Big Al, he's currently competing right now. He's just filmed for break, and he's hunting for a All-American, possible national championship this year. So stay, look that up, right? Lourdes University, you can follow him and you know, see how he's doing over there. But so they're just here to kind of help us out, hang out with us, and be on the mats with us today. So always a pleasure to have people like that come back. Maybe one day, once you guys graduate and go off to college, and you come back here and you can, you know, help out, right? It's called giving back. It's one of the coolest things to do is give back to the sport that's giving you so much, all right? But I hope you guys all had a great Christmas yesterday. It's great to see you guys right back in here training. The time is now. Okay, this, you know, if you're a wrestler around this area, I mean, this is prime time, grind time right now. Okay, this is the time to be working your hardest, studying your hardest, doing all the little extra things you can, okay, to make sure that you'll be able to give it your best shot, okay, at the state tournament, at the national tournament, wherever it is. Now's the time to dot your I's, cross your T's, and don't skip any reps. So, you know, hopefully you guys are looking forward to 2020 and starting that year off with a bang, right? But let's have a good workout tonight. Let's have some fun. Let's learn some wrestling, and let's just get a little bit better. That's what you do every practice. You know, you get a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. So that's what we're going to try to do tonight. All right, 1, 2, 3. Take off jog and let's go.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm still in there.
win it this year?
I saw him over. Just had his first match.
There he is.
You know it's so weird. When, you know Don Bradley, right? So Don Bradley beat Sar this past weekend. And Sar probably it's weird. It's like and the game will destroy Bradley. So it's like a triangle they have. It's sort of they can't beat each other.
It's hard to make
He's got to get in there. Like he's got to be like real close. You can't shoot it outside shot. Like it's got to be real in there.
Too fast, let's go! Four rolls down this end, please. Four rolls, let's go.
The thing is, he's only lost one match this year. They still met the number 9. Well, did not. He lost the number 9.
Back control, so you next one's bringing up high.
I was a good. He made the national, that's why. I was talking about he was a because they said they're supposed to.
Cartwheels round off some hamstrings on your next one.
He said they're supposed to. Yeah.
Cartwheels round off some hamstrings on your next one.
He was on this interesting stuff. Pick him up there.
Penetration steps down on your knees on the next one.
Really hard and they always get into a fight. So you just see
Nice big steps here. Use it as a stretch out for a little bit. Use it as a stretch out. From your stance on the next one down. From your stance. I'd say give me at least 5 or 6 shots before you hit that black mat. Okay, work on your high crotches, your double legs, your single legs, sweep singles, low singles. As you're shooting down there, try to use your right foot and your left foot. Don't just shoot the same foot every time. Sprawl sprint on your next one, sprawl sprint. Shot sprint on your next one. Yep. Shot, scroll, sprint on your next one. Shot, scroll, sprint. Then your last one, sprawl, shot, sprint. Alright, here we go. Let's find a line. Everybody find a line. We'll get our 30, 30, 30, and then we'll do our 10, 10, 10, 10 together. Sit your 30, 30, 30. Go! 30 front and back. 30 side to side. 30 split them. Alright, here we go. Let's get our 10, 10, 10, 10. Push-up position. Ready. I'm looking for some perfect push-ups here. No.
1,
No.
2,
No.
3,
No.
4,
Head up.
Go,
No.
Ray.
5,
Try to stay straight over there. You're wobbling. And stay off your knees. Quit doing that.
6,
Don't get all the way down there.
No.
7,
No.
8,
You're just moving your top half, not your bottom half. The whole thing's got to go down.
No.
9,
A little bit better. Good job. Have your hands a little more underneath you, not in front. Feet together. Right underneath.
Ready. No.
10,
Nice job. 10 sit-ups. Get them in on your own. Guys, you should honestly be making your push-ups a daily routine. You know, every state champion wrestler is strong. Every national champion wrestler is strong. You look at them, they are strong. One of the easiest things to do is push-ups, guys. You can do them anywhere, anytime. Okay, very accessible, so no excuses with that. Hop up to your feet. Let's go ahead and get 10 sprawls in. Ready? I'll tell you when to hit it. Okay, you're going to sprawl, come right back up to your wrestling stance as quick as you can. Hit! Hit! Perfect stance. And when you're in that stance, you're kind of distributing your weight from right to left, kind of moving around like this. Don't just stay grounded. Hit! There's 3 of them. Hit! Hit! Don't just go to your knees, get your hips down. Come on now. Hit! 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 One more, come on, and that's it. It's nice and low. Moving your feet a little bit, but you're staying in the same spot. Butt down, head up. You're moving around just a little bit. Okay? Get down there, get down there. Get down to that stance. Butt down, head up. Hit! Good. Set good knee up. Nice and high. Nice and high. Get them up. Get them up, get them up, get them up, get them up. Get them up. Come on, jump up high, jump up high. Good, on the wall, on the wall. Slow those lungs out a little bit. Right. Remember your number, please. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. All right, here we go. Ready? 1, trifecta. You're going to sprint down, sprint back. Bear crawl down, bear crawl back. Baby crawl down, baby crawl back. Go! All right, for the 2s, ready? Go!
Go easy.
Guys, circle up. Coach River's going to stretch you guys down here real quick. Follow his lead.
Spread out, guys, spread out. Get the whole mat. All right, wrist. Start rotating the wrist. All right, neck to the right. Other way. Okay, arm circles forward, small. All right, get bigger. As big as you can go. Backwards, little. Get bigger. As big as you can go. All right, twist your torso. Start this. Faster. 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 Good. Ankle, right ankle. Working both legs.
Hey guys, I hope you guys know that flexibility is a real important part of wrestling. It really is. So, you know, if you're not naturally flexible, get to work on it, right? That's going to help you defend a lot of moves. That's going to help you hit a lot of moves. When you're flexible, okay, it helps you out big time, right? It also helps you with not getting injured, okay? Being flexible and then working on your push-ups and sit-ups and being strong will help you from not getting hurt, okay? I mean, sometimes you can't, you know, no matter what, you might get injured or something like that. But I do know the more flexible you are and the stronger you are, the less likely you are to get hurt out there, okay?
And flexibility comes from your joints. Where do you get hurt? You get hurt in your shoulders, your knees, your ankles. What are all those? They're all joints. They're not muscles. So when you sit here and you stretch your muscle like this, it's a good stretch to do not right before a practice. You want to stretch you want to do like rotations and work all them joints before a practice to get them loose. Go butterfly.
You were hurt, he said, jeez.
All right, put your feet back.
Just roll out.
Preparation, guys. That's all we're working on right now. That's what you want to do before matches. Half the battle of winning is just being ready to go and being prepared. That's it. My goodness, isn't that neck an important one?
Right here.
Gotta have a strong neck as a wrestler. That's one of the most misunderstood body parts in the whole sport of wrestling. Some people go a whole career without working on their necks. What a tragedy. My goodness. Strong necks make good wrestlers.
Cut through to the back bridge.
Watch where you're going on that back bridge. And when he says cut through, that means you're doing like a high leg. You're not flipping it over. You're cutting it through almost like a little hip ice.
Right here. Left here.
Oh boy.
Nose. We're good, man.
Ready to go? Good. All right, here we go. Spread out. Let's go. Let's get the bigger guys over here on the black mat and my smallest ones back here towards these two black strips back here. Everybody spread out. Find a spot on the mat. So the littlest guys, littlest kids back here on the two strips. My big ones over there on the black. Everybody else here in the middle on the red. Find your little spot. Don't be right behind somebody. Don't be next to somebody. Let's work on some shadow wrestling here. Let's go for about a minute. Okay, be disciplined. Stay low. Stance and positioning is everything. It truly is, okay? The best wrestlers are oftentimes the best wrestlers because they have the best position, okay? They're low, they're always ready to shoot, they're always ready to defend, they're disciplined, their heads don't go down, their elbows and arms don't go out, they're disciplined. They're in a good stance the whole time, right down here and moving. Okay? Guys, I just got back from Japan and I watched some of their top level wrestling there. I was fortunate enough to go to the tournament, which was the Olympic qualifier. The people that won that tournament made the Olympic team. So some awesome, tremendous wrestling. And what totally stood out to me was the position. Unbelievable stances, great positioning, very disciplined. Not reaching, heads up, butts down. Okay, so, that's the basic stuff. You guys already know that. Raise your hand if you've heard head up, butt down. I would hope everybody's heard that. Raise your hand if you've heard don't reach. Don't reach out. You know these things, but the question is, are you disciplined enough? Do you work on it enough to where you don't make mistakes and get caught reaching? Or stand up? Or stay in the same spot? Not only do they have great positioning, they're moving. They're circling, up, down, circling, never staying in the same spot. Okay? So let's work on some of that right here. Here we go. You got 1 minute shadow wrestling. Ready, stand, set. Yep. Be disciplined. Stay low. If your legs start to burn, that's a good thing. That means it's working. Don't stand up to get away from the burn. Feel the burn. Embrace the burn. The more you feel it, embrace it, the less you'll feel it later on. You make it easier to stand up when it starts to burn. You're never gonna teach yourself. Stay low. Guys, not bad. So that word that I used before, discipline, so important, right? You're not out there that long. How disciplined can you be for 3 minutes, 4.5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, however long your match is going to be? How disciplined can you be during that match without making mistakes and doing the things that your coaches have told you to do? Okay? Because I'm telling you right now, when you wrestle somebody good, all it takes is one mistake. Only one mistake. And boom, you just got stuck. You just got pinned. It reminds me of if you're playing I don't know why it reminds me of this, but if you're playing Texas Hold'em, right? Poker, or something and you make one bad hand, one bad call, boom, you just lost everything. You could have been playing great for 10 hours. Big stack of chips, thousands of dollars. You make one bad read, boom, it's gone. Wrestling can be like that. It's all going good, everything, and all of a sudden you make one bad thing, you just got pinned. You relaxed for a second, you just got cradled. Okay? So wrestling's like that. There's not a lot of margin for error. It's because you're not out there that long. So be disciplined. Let's go one more time. Here we go. You got 1 more minute. Same thing. Maybe this time we pick it up a little bit. A little bit faster this time. A little bit more chain wrestling this time. All right, here we go. Ready? Set. Let's go from one move to the next move to the next move. That's what I mean by chain wrestling. Set. Go. Good. Be disciplined. Stay low. Keep moving. Hold back there. Good, 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 good. Okay, so look, we're going to partner up now. Okay, we're just going to work on some hand fighting. All right? Stay in your stance. So the same thing. Same thing we've been talking about. Being disciplined, staying low, working. Okay, just go ahead and get with a partner and start getting it. Let's go.
So we're on the block now.
You want to work with, or you can do something you have like coach. You know, I go with you a little bit. You want to go with me? Or you can go maybe here and here. Yeah, just yeah, that way
You're all one.
big out. You're lucky day. He's another heavyweight. Finally, he's been waiting one for like a month.
He's been going with 80 pounders.
Which is you two can go. Okay. We'll put you with someone once we start talking about it.
Okay. All right, here we go. Ready? Sit with your partner. We are hand fighting. Let's go for a minute here. Sit. Go.
Elbows in.
Be disciplined. Stay low. Stay low. Keep moving. Keep those elbows in. Circle. Grab wrists. Move your feet. Clear ties. Time, shake it out a little bit. Good. Hey, one thing I was working on with my partner, and you guys can all work on it, is coming up and grabbing stuff when it comes in, okay? Anytime they're coming in trying to get your head, I can grab them just like this. Okay, she comes on my head, I can grab it. Okay, grab those hands and attack. All right? Shake it out a little bit. Let's get right into some shot in motion now. No finishes, shot in motion. Hey, this is the part of practice where we get our repetition in. You know, if you've been wrestling for 3 years, I would hope for 3 years you've been working on high crotches, double legs, single legs, setups, level changes, head up. The things you already know. It's the things you already know, okay? But do them correctly, okay? Do them with like, a championship mentality. Be a good partner, okay? And work on the basics here. Work on the basics. Set a shot up, inside control. Pull them around a little bit. Lower your level. Hit a high crotch. Cut the corner. Ear on the shoulder blade. Drive it a little bit. That's the motion. Let it go. Come back in. Do it again. Pull the head down. Their head comes up. Lower your level. Shoot a big high crotch. Heel, toe, knee. With your head, heart, and hips in line. Not like this. Okay? Working on your balance. Right? And then just keep doing it. That's what you do. Coach Ruberg wrestled for, I don't know, since he was 5 years old, probably a 15-plus year career. I would say all 15 of those years you're working on this stuff, right? Almost every practice, right? High crotches, doubles, singles, setups, stance, positioning. Every single time. Okay? You never stop as a wrestler. I don't care if you reach the Olympics in your Jordan Burroughs, your Kyle Dake. Those guys are hitting high crotches, double legs, single legs, stance, positioning every single day. They are. Okay? And the better you get, just the kind of smarter you get with setups. But it's the same stuff. Today's just another day. Excuse me. Today's just another day of it. You're either going to waste your time right now and be sloppy and be lazy, or you're going to hit a bunch of really good reps right now and get a little bit better. I hope that that's the choice you make. Okay? All right, 1, 2, 3. Give your partner, let's go. Guys, shot low. No finishes yet. You can do whatever. Yes, that's two.
Stay up. Stay up.
Side control. Take your stand on it.
So far now, you shot that shit thing like here. This is probably right. Here, you're doing something. And again, it's just like a basic thing. Head up, head up, head up. Okay, but if you're doing the head down, you're doing your head up.
Come on, guys, the basics. Give me a good setup. I want a good stance. A good stance. Keep your head up. Head up. Come on, head up. I've seen 2 people already with their head down. Set up in side control. Side control. Head up, head up. There you go. Boom. You're on the shoulder. Good. Good. Set them up, tie them up. There you go. There you go. Let's go. Don't fall down. Don't do anything. Come on, good. Okay, let's start finishing now. Let's go. Start finishing. Take them down. Let's go. Good mix. Good. Good. Remember, always, hey, one thing I want you working on is your finesse. You got good exposure, just work on finesse. You know, put the body down, some control. That's nice. Not bad. Good cover, right? You took them down, you got to cover the top of the cover. You got to cover. Nice. Up. The only thing we did wrong was maybe what? Try to set it up over here. Set it up. Nice, Sam.
about muscle memory, right? You're doing the same thing over and over and over and over. You're building the muscles and you're memorize things. You're not moving around. Your muscles aren't going to know that in real life. Move around. Their bicep, that's why you want to do it, right? I mean, 5 carries are great, but they're really great. It makes carries all the time. He knows how to pull back what's after those carries. A bit of movement, fireman's carry, and then at the end, it's a back. So hip height, yeah, shoulder down, that's it. That's a complete rep. Set up, shot, finish, every time. Every time. Come on. In that position, up, down, shot. Good. Nice. Finish. Not bad. So when we do that re-drop, right, you don't need to like twist and pull them back. You stay in the same spot. So you're kind of like, boom, swung them all the way back over there. I can stay right here. In the same spot. So again, I'm here. Okay, I put my load right where I'm going to break. So if I'm here, I'm going to put them right there. Step. You start pulling back like this, it's risky. Okay, that's when you get caught. So get behind the foot and just get right to the pocket. Good start. So imagine your little pencil. We're going to put them right here. Right there. Top with your hips. Put them right there. That's it. Yeah. Bring it full toe, not back. Up. Boom. Boom. That's the lift. Now, of course, there's ones where you can pull them back, like this one, you know, when you're here. Like that, that's a little bit different. We're talking about just the single lift, drop. Right? And one thing you want to do too is have the lock. Okay. Have the lock over here. Hold me right here, so it's like a tight waist. So I'm here, right? This is tight. And then I lock. And now I hop over here and it's tighter. Feel that? Now, look. Right there. And then right here, you find that's one of those, you start working on that. You're ready to go. You pull the back and go. Head up. Nice stuff down there. Try not to get more concussion. Pop that a little bit. There it is. Much better. Okay, good. Head up! Oh! That was our guy.
It's more of a back arch. Instead of like throwing both feet, okay, he's going to push in, settle, boom. Okay, you should be good at this with your dips. So get in with the over-under. He pushes in, step, just back. Yes, much better. And you start stepping through. Sam, make sure you cover that arm. It's got to be John, take off jogging. Let's go. Jog it out, guys. Jog it out. Not bad. Not bad. Decent. Again, hey, you gotta remember that what we just did, hopefully, hey, pay attention as you're jogging. Pay attention as you're jogging. You gotta remember that whether you wrestle for another 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, 10 years, or whatever, you're going to be drilling. Every practice, I would think, you're going to be drilling. And the habits that you have, head up, good stance, setting it up, being a good partner, is going to determine how far you make it in wrestling. Whether you're a state qualifier, state champ, national champ, or whether you're just a chump. I can promise you though, if you stick with the sport and you do things the right way for months and then years, you'll eventually get good. It might take a while, okay? You know, you might not be a good athlete. It might take 4 years, okay? But it will happen. It will happen if you're doing things the right way, okay? You just got to work hard, be patient, and just show up every day and doing things the right way. But I'm telling you right now, okay, if you're lazy and you don't listen to your coaches and your head's down and you don't have a good stance, you're going to just stay flat, which means you're not going to get better. Wherever you're at now, if you're middle of the pack now, you'll get to high school and be middle of the pack. You'll get to college and be middle of the pack. You'll be middle of the pack, okay? I hope that you guys don't want to be middle of the pack. I hope you want to be top dogs, head of the pack. Okay, and how you get there is day after day, doing things the right way. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in a month. And it oftentimes doesn't even happen in a year. It took Big Al years to get as good as he was. It took Ruberg years to get as good as he was. It took me years to get as good as I was. It takes everybody, okay? And you know what? If you're one of those kids that just started, you're like, oh, I've only been wrestling a year. I placed at state, okay? Okay, we'll go to nationals. See how you do there, all right? You'll get mobbed. It takes a long time, okay, to get good. And when I talk about good, I'm not talking about the city of Fort Thomas good. I'm talking about good, good, like state good, national good. That's how I train you guys. That's how I want you to have your standards high. Okay, you hold your bar up high, right? Good is good, right? And that's kind of what I'm trying to teach you guys here. How you do that is what we just did, over and over, the right way. All right, time. Let's go ahead and work some bottom drilling now, and then we'll throw in a little bit of technique. Spread out. Let's get some hip highs in. Let's get some hip highs. Let's work that bottom stuff. All right, here we go. On your own, we are hipping and we are heisting. Rafe and Ryland, we can give us an example here in the middle. Rafe and Ryland, the Pinkston boys. Ready to go? We're just hip heisting. You look at Rafe, he's a little bit too long. You want to be a little bit more in the ball. There you go, that's better. Time, good. Yeah, you don't want to be elongated, right? The longer you get, sometimes in wrestling, you can start to get pinned and sucked back and things like that. You know, really, when you think about wrestling, like, you're almost always in a stance type position. Like, think about it. If I'm on top, right, and I'm cranking someone, this is pretty much a stance if I come up. Okay? If I'm on my butt in a crab ride position, I'm pretty much in a stance if I come up. If I'm on bottom position and I'm right here, I'm pretty much in a stance. If I've got a high crotch, boom, and I come up, I'm in a stance. So, you know, a stance is power. And almost all the time, I mean, you know, minus if you're pinning somebody or something like that, you're in a stance when you have your power. The longer you get, okay, you can start to lose position and get pinned. You know, if I'm hit by something, I'm like this, I'm going to get sucked back and pinned. You know, I'm up, boom. Okay? So if I'm in a stance and I start to get long, I'm going to get took down. Okay? So, just a little example there. All right, here we go. Hip and heist. Ready? 30 seconds. Stay off your knees, stay off your butt. And stay more in kind of a stance type position with your knees close to your chest. Ready, go! Quick. Stay off your douche. Don't go to your douche. Stay off your butt. Basically, go grab off to a barrel roll. Grab off barrel roll. Grab off barrel roll. Keep those knees a little bit closer. Bend those knees. Get a little bit closer to your chest. Keep moving. Come on, Sam. Get 10 more seconds. Bust them out. You never know. You might need a hip heist to win a state title this year. You might need it. Be the first or the last on the scene. Come on, Carson. Done. Good. Good. All right, now let's do some shadow wrestling on bottom here. Hitting all your bottom moves from the down position in shadow wrestling. Holden, Carson. Give us an example of some good bottom wrestling here. Moving around, hip highs, sit out, turn in, switches, Granbys, stand ups, all that good stuff. Ready to go? Get out off the bottom, right? You move your hips. You move your hips. So many times I don't see it though. I see somebody on bottom and you're not getting out because your butt's not moving. All that's moving is your hands, right? You gotta move your butt and you gotta twist your hips around oftentimes on bottom to get out. Okay, it's called a hip switch, right? Just, you know, sometimes just sit out, turn in, then stand up. Hit a switch, he follows you. Hit a knee slide, then stand up. Okay, you got to move around a little bit and almost hit some hip heights and some switches and stuff on bottom. Okay, that's how you get out. Right? You don't get out from just moving your hands. You got to move this thing. Okay. All right, here we go. Ready? Shadow wrestling on bottom. Set. You got 1 minute on this one, guys. 1 minute straight. Keep moving. Ready? Go. Good. 25 seconds left, let's go.
I got one. See, buddy, here you go.
Alright guys, bring it in real quick. Bring it in. Stay on your feet though. Let's do something real simple here, okay? Instead of stand up, let's just talk about what we were just working on. Instead of sit out, turn in, and then a stand up. Just think of this as a setup for your stand up. Okay? You're going to sit out to your kind of your hip, not really your butt. It might be on your butt a little bit. Okay, and then you're going to do what's called a turn in. And then as soon as you turn in, you use that momentum to stand up. Okay? Because you got your hips out for a second. Okay, so tank top on top here. Okay? So for a second, okay, you know, when he gives me that 3 tap, go ahead, 1, 2, 3, okay? The foot that's in the middle, which is my left foot, okay? My right one's the outside. I step up and I sit out. That's it. Okay, that's called sit out. That just moved my hips for a second. And believe it or not, that stopped a lot of moves that he does over there. Okay, I mean, you know, he might have been, you know, depending on me to be in that position back there, there's a lot of moves that he can't hit now just from that little thing that I did. Now I got to turn in, right? So in and out can sometimes be, you know, confusing if you think of in and out. Just think of it that, you know, basically partner on top. What is he maybe going to, Drew, I'll ask you, what is he maybe, nobody say anything, what's he going to maybe do to me right now?
Try something back.
Possibly, what else? With this hand.
Hold that hand, chop that down.
Yep, chop the elbow. So partner, you chop that elbow and that's when I turn in, boom, and then I stand up. That's it. Look what I get. What do I have? What do I have a chunk of? What are they? Fingers. I want everybody to get a chunk of 4 of them. So watch again. And which ones do I get? I get the ones that are on my belly button. This. Okay? So sit out. Partner chops. I turn in. 4 fingers. Back away from you. Come out of there. That's it. Okay? But I'm telling you, it's a lot easier to hit stand-ups when you get some motion and some movement like that. Okay? You sit out, you turn in, and then you come up and grab those 4 fingers. Anyone need to see that again? We good on that one? Sit out, turn in, 4 fingers, come up, cut out to your stance. That's it. Partner, what are you going to do when they sit out? Chop. Chop the arm, and then that's when you turn that way. Okay? That's it. 1, 2. You got 3 group over there. Top, bottom, out. Top, bottom, out. Let's go. Work.
I'll run it.
Yeah, we're going right here.
You don't want to go and lay your butt. You sat down all the way to your butt here. You just sat here. And you sit there. You just like your back. Sit. Yeah, look over. Like sit here, and you want to go the right way. You do like 1 feet here. You're sitting on the
Right hand, grab 4 fingers, get out of there.
See how that's posted right there? You're going to go chop it. It's not like a roll from the thing. Chops that. Sit up. Elbow. Grab the fingers.
Definitely.
I'm just gonna keep going.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, you're making it more complicated than it is. That's fine. Seems like you roll into it.
There, chop. Right there, now up.
What's better? You're making it more complicated than me. Don't go to your belly now.
Come on. Get out.
You went here. Like that.
Senior boy. Sit out. Turn in. 4 fingers. Cut. That's good, rep. Good. Keep going. Couple more, guys. Reach out. Sit out. Turn in. 4 fingers. 4 fingers. 4 fingers. Feel it out. Feel it out. Get those reps in. Come on. Keep doing it the right way. Over and over and over. Over and over and over. Hey, partner, make sure when he turns in, turn in with him. Now, in, 4 fingers, belly button. Turn back. Yeah, 4 fingers on the belly button. So like right here, right? You turn in.
No, when you're doing it, when you're coming up,
Nice.
We need to hit it again because it's covered pretty well right there. Sit out.
Sit out, fingers. There you go. Good shot. Alright, time. Take off jogging. Jog it out, jog it out. Nice work right there. Let's hustle here for about a minute, then I'll give you a water break. How about you guys give me a 60-second fast run, and I want everybody to take big circles around Coach Rupert there, and around Coach Rob back here. Take some big circles, and give me 60 seconds of fast run. Ready, go! This is not a jog. It's a fast run. Work hard here. Good.
All right, grab a quick drink, guys. Nice job. All the drinks in my cooler are $1. If anybody needs any. Watch the camera over here, though, please. And remember, you guys are all live on YouTube right now. Parents should be able to go and check any of that stuff out. Just subscribe. Go on YouTube and subscribe to Spatola Wrestling. And be able to follow up all that stuff.
Hey, Coach Nick. Coach Nick. It's under Highlands Wrestling Club. The channel.
Oh, that's right.
Channel
Yeah, this
Highlands.
one's under Highlands Wrestling Club. Sorry. It'll soon be under Spatola. Highlands Wrestling Club. Jacked it. For the moment. Okay, so I gotta ask your face. Where's it from? Where? Batavia. Very good.
Put my wallet up top.
We'll pay you $5
How you doing, man? You back in action?
It definitely is hurting your brain. Nick, can I self-promote?
Get out of here.
I'm not self-promote. Best thing ever. It's what? I already have one. I can't reach my eyes. I'll make Tank do it for me.
Oh, that one.
I got some 2000 for the past 4 years. I got some 2000 or 2000.
I need to have you
What? Well, I haven't been counting. It's an estimate. So how do you know? Dude, I go from every day. Okay, let's see. I'm here at least. Let's see, at least 600 times a year.
So you're here twice a day? Every year?
I got twice a day. I'm at 600 times. I did do private classes, so yeah, maybe a little bit more. 200, maybe 300. Yeah, no. I'd like to say 350. 350 times 6 is, I don't know. Someone give me a calculator.
Wait.
What wrestling?
I just want to. You wrestled 2 times for the last 2 years.
Not 2 years. Like 6 years. 4 years.
Okay, back out here. It's prime time grind time, baby. Find your victim. I mean, your victim. Get out.
That's like 1,800. That's 1,800. There's a bit. That's a lot more.
Smack out on these guys.
That's not 2,000. Do the math. Because 3 times 6 is 1,800. You got
Spread out. Come on, big partner.
right.
He's looking at me like, am I going to go? Yes, you are.
Hey, we're right here, dude. Just so you know, we're definitely right here. I'm gonna get my headgear on. No, I don't.
Tomorrow.
You were here 7 days ago. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
We've not been here What? So 600.
All right, here we go. Hey!
We'll do that later. We can calculate it like, what is this? I know I'm right.
Hair brightened up here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. He's been mopping everybody in this room. He's been untouched for years. Okay, so he really needs to get pushed. All right, here we go. Right away! Hey, let's have some fun here. Live wrestle. Work hard. And get after it. Yeah, take him down, let him up. Take him down, let him up for this first one. All right, here we go. Ready? Slap him. That's it. Wrestle.
finish it, practice. No, don't get extended like that. Don't drop your knees. Come up and finish it. One more on the wall. One more on the wall. Double off right there. Yes. Now head up. Lift arm out. Nice touchback. That's wrestling. That's wrestling. Don't always reach for your heart. Finish it.
Let him up, Ray. Let him up.
Is it take that?
Yeah, there. Hands.
Nice. Keep wrestling. That's only one move. Can't take him down with just one move. Okay, you should have done that and peeked out and hit another move. And stop. Drag out of that. Drag out of it. Don't get stuck. Also points here. 20 inches. Back up. Okay, that was a nice first move, but you need a second. Move. Crack it down. Find a way to finish that. Yup. There you go. We'll go two ski. Let's two ski. Hips down. Got you covered. Let's two. Come on, offense over there. Let's go. You gotta let him up, Mace. 30 seconds left. Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
You're off the mat.
Time. Good. Find a new partner. Find a new one. Rotate around. Find a new one. Ready. Ready. Clap hands. Turn it up. Yeah. Be a good partner. Turn it up. Yep, one more time. Take down, let him up. Wrestle! Nice, she's had a shot, baby. Feel it off. It's not there. She's off. Yes, right? Back out. Now go again. It's over 2 moves. Then 3. Move! Take down, back up. Take it down, let him up. You gotta control that head, Colin. Come on, man. I've told you that so many times. He takes a shot, you sprawl, stuff the head. Stuff the head. Stuff the head. Oh, somebody just got splanulated. Okay, let him up. That's enough. Don't let him do that again. Come on now, he's got splaned up. Come on, Hank. Beautiful shot! Wow! Stop that. Come on. The only way you didn't finish that is because your head was down. What a gorgeous shot. Your head was up, you would have just flipped over.
Cross piece, Ray. All day long.
Come on, Ray. Come on, Sam. Wrestle back there. Looks like you guys are barely even touching each other. Where's the attention? Come on, Luke. Get in there. Come on, Wes. Get it. Nice.
Nice. Good job.
Hey, get on. Let's go. Get on.
No, I'm going for you to shoot. I'm going
Drew, you're stalling. You're stalling.
Hey, look, take this guy here.
Quit backing up. Wrestle.
Fast hand, fast feet. Get up on the second. Get up on the second. Get up. Get up on the second. Suck it in and turn. Right side.
Find a new partner. Find a new partner. Spread out. Spread out, spread out. Mace. Mace. Next go. We should go see him next go.
Which one's that?
Over here. I got you flash still. Alright, here we go. Ready? Slap hands. Set. You go first. Ready? Hey, don't back away from him. He gets mad when people back away.
Does he keep him down now? I told him to
Set.
Does he keep him
You
down
hear me,
now?
Drew? Hey, if you back away from him, he's going to get mad. You don't want him to get mad. Ready? Wrestle! Yeah, take him down, keep him down. Take him down, keep him down, ground and pound. Wrestle, Sam. Come on, Brian, wrestle! Turn, buddy, turn! Nice hip, Sam. Come back, come back.
Crossface, crossface.
Up that head. You better keep that head stuff down. Stay on me over there, off the wall. Off the wall. Back in the middle over here, in the middle of the black and red. Come on, Cars, get in on his legs. Give me a good clean shot here.
Step up.
Set it up. Get in there. Work your angles. Set up. Back out. That was nice. Go in again. No. Missed it. Should have been in and out, back in.
Turn your back. Nice, nice, nice.
I'll come back to the spot. Working the hip. There you go. Good. Good drag. Good drag. Cradle. 30 seconds left. Nice shot. Nice job. Half, headhunt. Right there. Cradle. Use your head right there. Don't let him get his arm back. Keep his arm tight.
I got
Done. Your partner. Item. Go. Your partner. Let's go. Hey. Ready?
Never seen him been doing for 6 years.
All right, here we go. Slap hands. Ready? See what you got over there, Drew. Let's get takedowns time. 2. Rest.
You ready?
Come on, Weiss. Flat footed right there. Flat footed right there. Come on now. buddy. Gotta come in quick. Just back down. Back up, Tank. Let's go, Tank. Come on, high pace. Come on, Drew. Come on, let's get a takedown over there, guys. Got about 15 seconds left. Come on, Ryland. Finish that. Step up. Finish that. Up the hip, right hand.
Come up. Step up on the outside.
Time. Good partner. Get him. DJ, go with Tank. Thank you, DJ. Okay, Colin. We got him. Justin, go Tank up here. Tank.
Wait, is this 4 or 5?
I want him to go. Everybody else.
No.
Alright, here we go. Ready? Three counts.
I'll go.
Ready?
Okay, go with him. Go with him. Do it. Do it. Fast hands, fast feet, go strong. Head up. On your back.
Ready, wrestle!
Go. Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay. Turn it on. Yep. Hard. Just down the head. Get your two.
Finish that!
Get your two.
Finish that! Finish that high drop!
Come on.
Crack him down with his
Down
hip.
the head. Yep, around. Get your two. Good.
You're gonna let him double off.
2 on
Finish
1.
that.
Break him down 2 on 1, buckle 4. 2 on 1.
Grab my wrist. Grab something.
Pull up your head.
Okay, 3 on 6.
Cradle up, right?
Yes. Suck it in. Good. Off to the side.
Break you down first. Break you down first. Break you down first.
Keep down. Okay, flip off to the other side.
That's your forward. That's your forward.
Come on, swing around. Come on, faster feet, faster hands. Come on, let's go.
Break it.
Come on, work it, Jay. Come on. There you go. Come on. Come on, girl. Stay with it.
Nice hold.
Come on, get out there. Come on. Jay. Let's go. Come on. Wrestle. Come on.
Drive your head. Drive your head. Nice. Good.
Let's go. Fast hands, fast feet, circle around. Set it up. Yes, suck it in hard. Suck it in hard.
Remember the wrist.
Drive
Let
it
that go.
Pull it in hard. Turn that.
See that time? Wrap that hand around this way. There you go. See that elbow down to the mat. Elbow to the mat. Now you sink back.
Come on, Jay, hang out. Pop your head out, get out to the side.
Keep going. As far back the other way as you can.
You got a little reversal over
Do
there.
you understand what I'm trying to say? Because I can still
Don't
hold.
let him go on top.
When you're
Get out of there. Don't let him stay on top. You got about 20 seconds. You gotta keep him out of there. Let's go! Hands, right hands, stay on your feet. Stay on your feet. Stay on your feet. There you go. Take it down. Run! Run! Heavy hips here. Heavy hips, heavy hips. Heavy hips. Finish that drive.
Not hard. Cross there.
Don't let him cut the corner, T. Square up.
Keep backing up, Jay. Set it up. Come on. Finish this high crouch. Finish. You got about 6 seconds left. No. Come on. Finish it, Jay.
Take off jogging. Let's go. Everybody take off jogging. Nice job. Take off.
I shot him. Terrible shot.
Good, Jay. Put your head up. Look on.
Where's the arm right here? Grab that.
Too fast, let's go!
Somebody does that.
You just asked about cross side simple statement.
I need fast laps. I haven't started them yet. I need 2 fast laps from everybody.
Pick somebody and catch them.
Let's go! Jogging. Jogging now. Bear crawls down the side to the black mat. Go. Bear crawls over here to the black mat.
Harder.
All the way to the black mat. Go. All the way to the black mat. Bear crawls. No walking over here. No walking over here. Let's go.
Let's go. That's it. Keep it up.
Why you walking, Drew? Why you talking, Drew? Go. Quit walking. Quit talking. Bear crawls again. Go. Nate crawls now. Hands and knees. Come on, Sam. Get there.
Buddy. Good job. Keep it up. Keep going. You're doing great. Keep it up.
Keep going, guys.
There you go. Hey, give me a championship face. Okay? Not the dying face. Knock it up. Hide it. Let's go.
Matches. Come on.
Don't slow down.
Give me one crazy fast bear crawl lap and I'll finish it. You gotta be fast though. From everybody. Come on, let's go. Let's go there.
Oh, we're on match 8.
I'm waiting, guys. One person goes slow. Give me a fast one.
Everyone.
That's it. Step it up. Step it up. You got it.
Don't do that.
Get up. Come on, Drew, you got it. Drew, you got it. Keep on going.
Walk the lap. Hey, what are you going to do in your push-ups? Still out on bear crawls, right? Hey, listen, guys. I know some of you guys get tired, but hey, listen. You got to try to hide it. You may be tired, but what you have to understand is, look, the mind, your brain, what you're thinking inside is invisible. As long as you can hide it, nobody can tell you're tired. Okay? It's invisible. But when your face starts showing it, then everybody knows. Okay? If you're tired and you hide it, nobody will know you're tired. If you're hurt and you hide it, nobody will know. But if you start wincing, if you start going, everybody's going to know. Okay? Your mind is invisible. If you're happy, you can hide it. If you're sad, you can hide it. If you're scared, you can hide it. But the moment your eyes start to do something, everybody knows what you're thinking. In a second. So, when you're on the mat, okay, try to be invisible. Have an invisible mind. Just try not to show it. I know it's hard, but work on it. Okay? Okay, bring it in real quick. Everybody take a knee. Bring it in, circle up. Take a knee. I'm just gonna give Coach Ruber, a couple minutes here, and Coach Big Al, just a couple minutes, just to talk to you guys. It's the time of the year, right, where we just want to make sure that our minds are sharp. And these guys have, been through it. Okay, still going through it. They've learned. They've made mistakes. So, we don't get to have them in here often. Okay, oftentimes just over the holidays at this point. Because they're in college. So while they're here, I want to at least have them, give a couple minutes of their time so they can maybe teach you something.
Okay, so I'm gonna let Coach Ruber go first, and just, you know, don't be messing around with your shoes or anything right now, please. Okay, just listen up. Go ahead.
All right, so mine's mostly mental, and as we know, wrestling is mostly mental. There's a lot of physical aspects, but I'd say mental is probably 67% of what we go through. And mine started in like 4th grade. So 4th grade, I quit for a year, a whole year, didn't wrestle. And it was crazy because I was the best in Greater Cincinnati, and everyone was like, where'd this kid go? And I was like, I told my dad, I said, I hate you, Dad, I don't want to see you, you're killing me with wrestling. My dad was overbearing, I'm sure we all, overbearing dad that makes you want to quit sometimes. But, so, I quit that year, and I decided I loved it, I wanted to come back, but the reason I quit was because my dad was driving me to go, and I didn't want to go. I wrestled maybe 10 days a week. I would go to school practice, and then I would go to an extra practice. That's 4 hours a night, every night. And I didn't want to do it. So when I came back and I said, I want to do it, you got to flip that switch yourself. If you're going and you don't want to go, this isn't the right sport for you. You have to flip a switch in your mind that says, I want to go. When you flip that switch, I flipped it in 5th and 6th grade, you jump levels. You start going on runs by yourself. You wake up 5 in the morning, you go on that run before school. That's self-motivation. My dad isn't waking me up to go do that. You wake up, you do 50 push-ups. You do 50 push-ups after you're done with wrestling practice. You do the extra things. And that's really where you build mentally. When you're alone and you're doing it by yourself and no one's yelling at you to do it or driving you to practice and yelling at you on the way there, on the way back, saying, you didn't do this right, you didn't do this right. When you really catch what you're doing wrong by yourself and correct that, that's where you start to grow and build. And that's what gets you to the next level, where you'll be a state champ, national placer. That's what me and Mason did all growing up. I would text him, I'd say, hey.
Guys, that was Mason Parrish's teammate. You know, the guy
We grew up
that's
together.
world champion. That was his training partner, Mason's whole life until he went to college.
So me and him drove each other. We would, every day, one of us would text each other, hey, 100 takedowns after practice, is that good with you? We would do that extra stuff without our dads telling us. And that's where you grow.
It's a great piece of advice there, guys. And, you know, I couldn't agree with it more, okay? This is a tough sport. And, you know, parents will drive us and all that, you know, and drive you and push you, of course, but what he says, you know, incredibly important. It's got to be because you want to do it, right? I mean, and that's where you'll really start jumping levels, like he said. So, you know, hopefully you're here because you want to be here. Okay? Hopefully you do the extra because you want to do the extra. And we know as coaches and parents, we'll have to push you every now and then, of course. Yeah. But if it's every single day, okay, the road's going to end at some point, right? It's got to be you that wants to do it. And I understand there's going to be some days where you don't want to do it. That's normal. But if it's every day, not normal, okay? You're going to end up doing what Coach Ruber says, you know, quit, come back, figure things out, do it for yourself, okay? So that's really good words of wisdom right there, I think, okay? Anything else? Give you guys a couple minutes here. Go ahead.
So mine's kind of on the same notes. It's also a mental thing because, like Jake said, one of the most important parts, if not the most important part of wrestling. So I haven't been wrestling as long as Ruberg, and I haven't been wrestling as long as Nick. I started in the 6th grade. And the thing that I found is that it's easy to go to practice and bullshit around and just do the bare minimum, just do the amount of sprints you're supposed to do, the amount of takedowns coaches tell you to do. But the difference between good wrestlers, which at that time I was, and being great is doing extra. When I was in high school, I would come here every Sunday. I'd get a private in with Nick, and then I'd come again at night. Sometimes I'd try to find another practice during the afternoon. I'd practice 2 or 3 times a day, every Sunday.
On his day off. On his day off, that's when he was doing it. Probably working harder on his day off than any of the days during the week.
And it's easy to say that, it's easy to tell people to work hard, but it's a different thing to do it. If you want to be where you want to be, you have to put in the work. Nothing's handed to you. I'm sure you've heard people say that to you, but nothing's handed to you in life. I had to learn that the hard way. Growing up, I was always there, but I could never become a state placer or do what I wanted to do. And it wasn't until I started coming here with Nick, and Nick's like, you have all the ability to do it. It's just, are you going to put in the work to do it? And then you're going to actually show me what you can do. And the sophomore year of high school, I was wrestling good, but I did the same thing I always did, which is I'd wrestle good, but then mentally I'd clock out and didn't think I was good enough. So that whole summer, my goal was to work out every day. Twice a day, once a day, it didn't matter. I did something every day that summer. And that's good just for the fact that when you're a hard worker, during the season, when you're nervous about a kid that's really good, a state champ, state placer qualifier, whatever, you can go back in your mind and say, okay, he's a good wrestler, but I put in the work just to be just as good as him, if not better. I'm here for a reason, and I have to show why. You have to put in the effort to get your goal. So, yeah.
Very true, guys. Again, words of wisdom. And again, I think what he was saying is, that was him. I mean, and I know his dad too, right? His dad pushed him a lot and everything like that. But he wanted it, right? I'm sure there's times when you didn't want your dad saying it, but deep down you wanted it. You wanted it, okay? If he didn't want it, then it would have, okay? So, hey, words of wisdom right there. And like I said, make sure you follow Big Al here, okay? He's got national duels coming up here in a couple weeks, and hopefully he'll be hunting for All-American and the national championship here soon, okay? And make sure you thank these guys before they come out, and hopefully we'll see them again. They're familiar faces during the summer, okay? They'll pop in during summer camps and summer practice and stuff like that. But that's a ways off from now. And so how about we give them a round of applause for coming out here and helping us out and giving us, most importantly, the words of wisdom. Hands in the middle, guys. Nice job tonight. Hands in the middle. And hey, make sure you thank one of those guys. Shake their hand. Tell them thank you. How about after we break here, we'll take a quick picture. Okay? You can thank the coaches, and then after that, you guys will have to clear the mat because they have a practice going on right after this. Okay? Let's go work on 3 nice and loud. 1, 2, 3. Over here, real quick. Let's get a quick.